A lot of people were initially looking forward to a new release of Saints Row because of how much love there is behind the franchise, but unfortunately, once we found out that Volition wanted this game to be more with the times and politically correct, any hope was lost, and of course they have faced tons of backlash over the initial announcements, but at Summer Games Fest they released a new teaser for the game and it showed just how mediocre it looks, but also how they've removed a ton of features like gender options, renamed chest size to be less offensive, and they toned down the character creation options. So I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoy the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted, and of course if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month, or support the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course I do really appreciate all of the support. So I wanted to start off with this Bounding into Comics article. It says Saints Row Reboot character creator replaces gender options with sliders for specific body parts and reduces max breast size. Volition recently revealed Boss Factory tool for the upcoming reboot of Saints Row and has revealed that the developer has made a number of changes to its character creation options, including the removal of binary gender choices and a reduction to its max allowable breast size. Now, we've known for quite a while at this point that this reboot was going to be pretty woke because unfortunately Volition has gone pretty woke. We've seen them go on social media, attack fans of their previous games with different opinions. They've said if you don't like it, don't buy it. This is the future. If you don't like it, it sucks to be you. So unfortunately, with the way that they've already responded to fans, it doesn't seem like this game is going to sell well because they're just forcing people away. But also, if we look at the initial announcement for this game, this was back in August 2021. I mean, this video, this announcement trailer had been ratioed. It has 40,000 likes to 84,000 dislikes. So a lot of people already were not expecting much from this title, and maybe if they had went into this and actually given people the options that we deserve, maybe a few people's opinions about this game would have changed. Unfortunately, they have failed to impress us. It says made available to players. During the Summer Game Fest 2022, the Saints Row Boss Factory allows players to play with the game's full character creator and transfer their completed boss into the full game. Players who make use of the tool and upload their creations online prior to the game's launch even have a chance of winning fabulous prizes. It says, though, while many players were initially entranced with the sheer expansiveness of the tool's offerings, players such as YouTubers quickly uncovered some interesting details about how it worked. Am I surprised to hear that they're removing options and changing names of things? Absolutely not. It's still disappointing to see it happen, though. It says, most notably, these players found that instead of male, female, or even as offered in previous titles, in the series non-binary, players now create their gender with the use of a slider. A figure slider alters the shape and size of a character's shoulders, hips, and thighs with a slide to the left, making one's character more feminine, while a move in the opposite direction leaves the characters looking more masculine. While there are slight changes to the neck and edges of the jawline, the character's face otherwise remains unchanged and is edited through other options. And then a triangle build slider, its points representing fat, thin, and muscular, allows players to move their body proportions around. Now, I do believe that they removed the gender options and these other character customization options I'm going to talk about to avoid controversy. Do I think that putting male or female in a game is controversial or bad? Of course not. I'm a female and I want to be able to pick my gender in a game. It's as simple as that. But to the social justice crowd they're trying to make their product appeal to, gender is offensive and outdated, which I of course think is absurd. You shouldn't be removing options to make way for what is essentially no options. They could have kept male and female and then put no gender. Then you could allow players to screw around with the sliders the way that they want, which is better than removing options altogether, in my opinion. And previous games have had that system. I don't know why they would change that direction unless they were trying to, of course, avoid controversy with the crowd they want this game to appeal to. It also says, further, while in past games players could select their exact race, as well as freely customize their exact skin color and facial details afterwards, there are no such options at all in this demo. Instead, players can pick their skin color from palettes of standard and non-standard options. So you can't even create the skin color that you want anymore. You have to pick one of the default ones. They give you one of the default options they give you. So that is another problem, another step in the wrong direction. Further, as seen in a comparison video, the Saints Row Reboot has not only renamed a sex appeal slider to simply chest size, but also reduced the upper limits of what the slider will allow. So they also removed this max chest size and changed the name from sex appeal to chest slider, which is also dumbing down the Saints Row experience. These things are what made the franchise popular in the first place. The fact that these developers would put the chest slider as sex appeal, I mean, come on, people used to like that. They thought it was hilarious. This is why Saints Row sold, because the developers weren't afraid to push limits. And unfortunately, they're going in the wrong direction. To dumb down your game so much it's just a generic pile of trash, it's not going to sell any copies. I know I've purchased the other Saints Row games. I've been a fan of this franchise in the past, and I will not be purchasing this Saints Row 2022 reboot. I think that they are doing everything wrong. The gameplay doesn't look great. The character customization options aren't good. And to top it all off, in the past, they've attacked consumers saying, if you don't like it, don't buy it. This game isn't for you. I think that that is absolutely absurd. I talked about this in another video, but Volition confirms Saints Row Reboot will ditch series' wacky and risky identity in favor of doing something contemporary, and they developed and wrote it with modern sensibilities in mind. Again, I don't know who they think that this game is going to sell to, but it's not going to sell to me. And I'm someone who's purchased these games in the past, someone who's supported them in the past, and there are 84,000 people at this point who hate the idea of this game, who think that it's ridiculous and it's absurd. They don't like the way that it looks. And there's only 40,000 people who have liked this announcement trailer, who are positive about what they saw. It just doesn't seem like this game is going to sell the copies that they want. It doesn't seem like they actually put work and effort into this title and thought, hey, we're going to create a previous Saints Row experience, but we're going to dumb down and remove everything that made it unique and original. And unfortunately for them, I think that this game is going to flop. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.